Today we're gonna be drafting each team, the first round lottery picks. Not lottery, we'll do the whole first round, and how I think it should work and how each player fits each team in this video right here. So we have everything correct. We have CADE, Cunningham, Suggs. We got Green, Barnes, KUMINGA, MOBLEY, KEON. We get the whole wagon. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. All right. So the number one pick in the draft, you already know, is the Detroit Pistons. Here, I think this is a no-brainer. In their situation, you gotta take the best available player. The best available player here is point guard CADE Cunningham from Oklahoma State University. He's the best player here, and he will lift the Pistons up, and he'll be the franchise guy for the next 10 years for sure. I mean, he is an amazing player. His skill set is set far from anybody on the roster, so I'll definitely be the leader next year. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see his fit alongside Killian Hayes, but Killian Hayes could probably work off the ball if he can get his shooting and stuff going. If not, then they just need to trade him. There's no reason not to take CADE Cunningham number one. So here at number two, this is a very controversial pick. Some people say Jalen Green, some people say Evan Mobley. But me, I think Evan Mobley is just he is a prospect, man. That guy is a player. Green is gonna be he's gonna be at least a 20-point per game scorer. Like, that's how good Jalen Green is, in my opinion. But Evan Mobley has potential. He has Hakeem Olajuwon potential, in my opinion. And I think you got to take him here at number two. Him and Christian Wood could fit together perfectly. I'm telling you, that is going to be one of the scarier front courts in basketball. So right here with the number two pick, we're taking Evan Mobley from USC, the 7-foot demon. The 7-foot demon. My player comparison for him is like an Anthony Davis type player, you know? Maybe like a DeAndre Ayton. And that's definitely fine to take at number two, in my opinion. Now with the Cavs here, you're like, the best player available is Jalen Green, but they have Colin Sexton, you know? They have Colin Sexton. And they have Garland, so they can't just move Sexton to the one. You trade him. You trade Sexton and get him out of there. I like Sexton. He's a great player. But they don't like him being on the team. Nobody on the team likes him being on the team. And I think Jalen Green will come in there and he'll play perfect alongside Darius Garland. So with the number three pick in the draft, Jalen Green from the G League. I like that pick. I like that pick for them. And now, with the number fourth pick in the draft, the team that slithered into the top five somehow, we have the Toronto Raptors. They don't even need any wings, or I would say go Kuminga here. But I think Kyle Lowry's on his way out, and if you have a Suggs Van Vliet backcourt, that looks really good in my opinion. And I think Jalen Suggs is for sure the pick from Gonzaga. His player comparison to me is like a Jamal Murray. He's Jamal Murray in my opinion. And when I go back to CADE Cunningham, his comparison is very hard. And some people see Luka. I'm on the Grant Hill without athleticism side. And then we go Jalen Green. I think his comparison is Zach LaVine. I think it's a very good comparison in my opinion. Now with the fifth pick, most people are going to say Jonathan Kuminga. That's what I'm going to go with, Jonathan Kuminga. He is a clear-cut number 5 guy in this draft class. There's 5 guys that are just the top 5, and Kuminga is one of those 5. The fit alongside Jonathan Isaac is very questionable. It is very questionable in my opinion. But if Kuminga gets a jump shot, I think he could be the best player out of this draft, and I'm not exaggerating. As amazing defense that he has and his athleticism, if he can get some good scoring ability and good jump shot, he's going to be a demon. He's going to be a demon. He played good in the G League, and I think he'll play great in Orlando. So now with the 6th pick in the draft, with the Oklahoma City Thunder here. Again, I think you go best player available again for this team, and in my opinion, it's Scotty Barnes. This guy also has the same potential that Kuminga has to be one of the top 3 players in this draft. In my opinion, there's 5 guys, and Jalen Green and Jalen Suggs to me is not in that top 5, but a lot of people like him, so he's in the top 5. But there's 6 players that I know have superstar potential, and Scotty Barnes is one of them. He's one of them. He's just gonna fit so great alongside Kemba Walker and Shea, and then whoever they get along in the rest of the draft or next season as well, next year as well. But he's just so good defensively, and the way he's so good at facilitating the ball, he's gonna be exciting to watch in the NBA. Here, with this pick for the Warriors, in my opinion, I think they take the 23-year-old Davion Mitchell. He's played all of his college years. He knows how to play the game correctly. I think Davion Mitchell is going to be a great backup point guard for this team with his defense and his scoring ability. I think Davion Mitchell come in right after Steph Curry is just so good. His player comparison to me is oddly enough Donovan Mitchell. If not Donovan Mitchell, maybe like a Drew Holiday. Now let me go back again. Scotty Barnes comparison is Draymond Green. Perfect. That's the perfect comparison for me. So what pick are we on right now? The Magic again. We're back in the Magic, right? Let me check. Wait on the Magic. Okay. The Magic. We seen who we took the first time. We took Jonathan Kuminga. I think this is where this pick comes in pretty well. In my opinion, I think it could be Moses Moody. You know, that's a good fit. But man, you just make this team such a defensive god squad, and I think you go Keon Johnson here. He has the best jump we've ever seen. He's so good on defense. Man, he is so good. My comparison for him is Victor Oladipo if he gets a jump shot, if he gets an offensive game. But right now, I'll take Tony Allen, probably straight out of college. The number 9 pick here, the Sacramento Kings. Most people have Moses Moody going right here. I don't have Moses Moody going right here. In my opinion, I think the perfect player for this Kings team, I think it'll be a solid pick, is Jalen Johnson from Duke. I like Jalen Johnson in the top 10, and I like him here at 9 to Sacramento. And that's what I'm going to take. Johnson, to me, is like this right here might be Grant Hill. He might be Grant Hill, for real. His ceiling is Grant Hill. And Grant Hill, if he wouldn't have got injured, would have been one of the best players of all time. I know it's 2 Duke guys I'm relating to, but, you know, it is what it is. Number 10th pick in the draft, I think this player fits perfectly in the mold of the New Orleans Pelicans, and that is Moses Moody. His defense and his shooting ability is immaculate, and he'll fit perfect alongside Lonzo, Ingram, or Zion. Especially Zion. Zion's going to be here for at least the next 2-3 years. Lonzo might not be, but man, Moses Moody alongside Zion Williamson, I'm all for it, man. The 11th pick in the draft. This one could go, they could go multiple ways. The Hornets could take Giddey. The Hornets could take Franz Wagner. The Hornets could take Kai Jones and play him at the center spot for whatever reason. They could take the center. They could take Sengun. You know, there's a lot of great big men they could take here, but not really. I don't think most of the big men that are left are projects to me. With the 11th pick in the draft here, I think you take a guy that you know is going to come in and be okay, at least be okay right now. And that player is Franz Wagner from Michigan. He is Moritz Wagner, goodness gracious, brother. So this is a very interesting fit for the Hornets. You're probably thinking, oh, they got Miles Bridges, they got all this, blah blah blah. Trust me, he'll be a good fit for this team, in my opinion. The San Antonio Spurs, with this pick, it could go so many ways. It could go so many ways right now for San Antonio, but I've been seeing Isaiah Jackson mocked here, and then I've seen him mocked early second. I've seen him mocked in the 20s. But, you know, as bad as I want to take him, you know, I wouldn't be opposed of a Kai Jones pickup from Spurs. I think that'd be a great fit with him. But I'm going to go ahead and take what a lot of the mocks have been saying and what I kind of feel like they might do and take Isaiah Jackson. I don't think it's the right pick. But I don't know, I kind of want to rethink this. Yeah, we're going to take Isaiah Jackson here. I don't think they should take him He's definitely not my top. I think he's the most overrated player we've been through so far. I think out of all the players that we've seen, he's gonna be the worst one. He doesn't have like a high cap, but he has a very high ceiling. He's at worst a good bench big, you know, like, which is okay, you know. It's not bad. Okay, what do we get? The Pacers now. The Pacers with this pick, I think this one is a good one. Giddey has failed this far. I think you go Josh Giddey, man. Josh Giddey, he could play the 1 through the 3 for you. I would probably play him at the 2. Or play him at the 3 even. With Karis LeVert's injuries, you don't know where he's going to go forward, and you don't know how Malcolm Brogdon and TJ Warren, especially TJ Warren, you don't know where he's going to go either. If he's even going to be okay when he comes back from injury. So Giddey is a clean pick for them, in my opinion. So now with the Warriors, you've already took Davion Mitchell at the point guard spot. You keep taking these older players that have good experience, and Corey Kispert's the best shooter in the draft. And what are the Warriors known to do? Shoot that rock. Corey Kispert come in for them and play amazing. And I'm very excited for that fit as well. His comparison to me is Joe Harris. And you had Joe Harris to the Warriors. That team's deadly from the three-point line. The Wizards up next. This one, you know, it could go a lot of ways as well. In my opinion, I think they take Alperen Sengun. I don't know where he's from. He's from Turkey. They put Bill Cartwright as his backup. Gary Trent. Okay. That's odd. You know, a lot of people... This one's very weird to me. I've seen a lot of people say he can shoot. And I've seen a lot of people say that he needs to develop his shot. So I don't really know... I don't know what kind of prospect Sengun really is. In my opinion, I think he could either be a Goga or he could be a Kristaps. You know what I mean? And that's kind of scary to me. Just definitely scary. Next up, we have the Thunder. Who have the Thunder taken so far? What do you even look at that at? Can you even look at that? Yeah, you can. They took Scotty Barnes. Okay, so we took Scotty Barnes so far with the Thunder. Right here with this pick, there's a lot of different ways you can go right here. In my opinion, he's there. He's there, you know. He is still sitting there. You go Kai Jones. You go Kai Jones. You go Kai Jones. He has one of those players that he could be a top 5 player in this draft, or he could be one of the worst players to pick in the first round. Nobody knows. In my opinion, I think he's gonna be a great player. I think he's gonna be a great player. But we'll see eventually. Here at this spot for the Grizzlies, in my opinion, you go James BOUKNIGHT. He's still here. The shooting guard spot is something that they kind of need other than Dylan Brooks, but they can always move Dylan Brooks to the 3. But I like this fit. For Memphis right here. They have Grayson Allen as well, but Grayson Allen, he didn't really even play in the playoffs that much. The Thunder up next again. The Thunder so far have took... Is there a way to see that? I thought there would be a way to see it right here, but there's not. For the Thunder, I like Ziaire Williams right here, man. That's another project guy, but Ziaire Williams from Stanford is a really good pick as well. The 6'8" forward, he can score the ball. You know, he's kind of shaky at like dribbling the ball. If he can get that down, he will be really good. But he looks like a really good defensive player as well. So that's very exciting for OKC. The Knicks up next. The Knicks here, they need point guards. I think the best point guard's still here, and that's Jared Butler from Baylor. Man is so good on both ends of the floor. One of the best defensive guards, one of the best scoring guards. He is going to be a great player for the New York Knicks. He can help them fuel back into that playoff spot. The Hawks here, I think this one's clear cut for me. As good as Kevin Huerter's played in the playoffs, and as good as Lou Willis played, Lou Will's old, you know. I think you go Cam Thomas here. He's 6'4". He can come off the bench and be a good scoring guard when Trae Young goes out or when Kevin Huerter goes out, you know. And then Lou Will, if he retires, then here comes Cameron Thomas, you know. So the New York Knicks here, they've already took Jared Butler, but I don't really care. I don't really care that much. Man, I think they go the combo guard. I think they go combo guard and then take Jaden Springer right here. I like this pick pretty good. The 6'4" Tennessee guard, man. He can do it. He can do it pretty good on both ends, especially scoring, you know. And he's gonna be a good fit for this New York Knicks team, in my opinion. The Lakers up next here. Jared Butler's the ideal player, but since he's off the board here, I think you go Sharif Cooper, another good player from Auburn. He's come in play for LA, and he'll play really good in that offense. That's gonna be a very exciting fit, in my opinion. Now the Houston Rockets, they already have Evan Mobley, so now with these picks, you know, they gotta address other stuff. Man, and there's still a lot of good heavy hitters like left, so they're straight. They are straight. Usman Garuba has fell for me. I know a lot of people have him going top 15. I don't really see it. Now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. Look out for this guy. Watch his highlights if y'all get a chance. This guy looks like Kevin Durant. He looks like a mini Kevin Durant, man. He is insane. He is insane. He's gonna be a second round pick, or maybe a top, or he might be pick 30. Listen, this guy can shoot, and his athleticism is through the roof. It's through the roof. Get ready. Get ready for him, man. I guess his name is Roko Perkasen. I don't know, but man, watch out for him. That's really all I'm gonna say, y'all. Watch out for this guy, man. He looks insane. He looks insane. But with the Rockets here, they already have Mobley. They already have Christian Wood. I like the Trey Mann pickup right here. I like the Trey Mann pickup, you know. He's a good 6'5" guard. He can play the 1, he can play the 2. I like that. I like that. I like that pick for them. If it's perfectly the mold, if it's good. Now the Rockets, you already have Evan Mobley. You already have Evan Mobley. You already have a point guard you just took. You already have Christian Wood and Evan Mobley, so you don't need a big man. I think you go with a wing right here, or you go with another shooting guard. Rest in peace, Terrence Clark. Rest in peace, man. He would have been probably a top 20 pick. His athleticism and skill. This pick is very hard for the Rockets right here. I can see them packaging 23 and 24 and maybe going up a little bit. You know, I could see that happening for sure. I almost just want to go best player available and get Greg Brown, just in case, you know. He could probably play the 3 for this team, you know, with his athleticism. I think we go Greg Brown right here. You gotta take him. You gotta take him because he's so good to still be left on the board in this slow, in my opinion. He has the same Kyle Jones effect, you know. They didn't play good at Texas together, but it's all good. The Clippers right here. This is where, if I'm the Clippers, I have to say, okay, we're taking the Usman Garuba. You know, we're taking Usman Garuba. He fell this low, we're taking him. And I like that pick for them. He's a good big. He can definitely come in and play good. He's really good on the defensive side of things. He just really got to learn how to play some offense. Now with the Nuggets, up to bat. Man, Greg Brown on this team would have been nice. But I like the fit earlier. But that's unfortunate. I could definitely see him falling to Denver and Denver taking him. So, who they got the 2 right now? Nobody too crazy, right? I think Brandon Boston being took this high, I think it's blasphemy. I mean, he should have been a lottery pick this year, but he just played so bad in Kentucky that he didn't play that well. So that knocked his stock down. Trey Murphy could be a decent pick, but Roko Perkasen, bro. He should be taken this high. He should be taken higher, in my opinion. This guy's a stud, bro. He's a stud. He's gonna be a good pick. That's gonna be a crazy good pick. He's just like Michael Porter Jr. The Nets up next. I think this is the easy one. Charles Bassey. DeAndre Jordan's about to take his flight. You know, he's getting up there in age. Charles Bassey can come in and play just like DeAndre Jordan, if not better. He could definitely come in and play like Lob City, DeAndre Jordan, and I like that for them. 76ers. Yes, you don't know about the Ben Simmons situation. You don't know if he's going to get traded or not. But I still think you take Chris Duarte because of his shooting ability. And I know that he might not even get to play with Ben Simmons, but if so, he'd be a good player alongside Ben Simmons. For sure. Phoenix Suns now up on the clock. This pick to me is so easy. You take DOSUNMU from Illinois. He is going to be a good point guard for you when Chris Paul takes this flight. You don't know when Chris Paul is going to go, but when Chris Paul does go and he retires or whatever, you have DOSUNMU to come in and be the starting point guard for this team. But as good as campaign has been playing, man, he might get the starting role. The Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz right here. Man, this is a tough one as well. This is a very tough pick for me, for the Utah Jazz as well. I think we take Trey Murphy. I think you take Trey Murphy. I think he's the best player available. So Trey Murphy, the third from Virginia. He could definitely be a good player for the Utah Jazz. So, that is the full first round, and that's my predictions. That is my predictions. So, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the draft real quick. So we went Cade Cunningham number 1, Evan Mobley number 2, Jalen Green number 3, Jalen Suggs number 4, Kuminga, Barnes, Mitchell. The Johnsons going back and forth. Man. So when y'all ask me, I'm going to tell y'all who I think is going to be good, who I don't think. I think the reaches in the draft. I think KEON's a reach because of his lack of offensibility. But if he gets offensibility, he'll be one of the best players in the draft. Jalen Johnson is a rough one. He could be a really good reach or it could be a steal. You know, it's hard. Isaiah Jackson is the biggest reach, in my opinion. He's the biggest reach in the lottery. I think Giddey's not a reach. I don't think he is. Singing, I think, is a big reach. You don't know how good he can be. He could be really good or he could be really bad. You don't really know. Zero Williams is like the same. He's a reach as well. Continue on. I don't think any of these players are big reaches. I think Garuba is a reach. I really think he's a reach, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure about Usman Garuba. But all these other players I think are fine. Good first round picks if these teams took them there. But yeah. Those 3 or 4 players I said, I don't think those players could have they all have boom or bust potential. And that's scary. Especially when you're picking high, like 8 for the Magic or 12 for the Spurs. The Spurs are in a rough spot right now. They don't know what they're going to do with their franchise. DeRozan could be on the way out. I mean, if you have good young talents, you know, if you can get Isaiah Jackson to play the center spot, then I like that pick, you know. But yeah, this is the mock draft. This is what I think should happen. I think all these players fit their teams really well and fit their molds and the way they want to do things. There was I've already did this draft a couple times, and I've came across different situations. Like I just did this live and I came across a different situation that I liked more. But yeah, I like that trade I like all these picks for each of them. I liked it all. But hope all y'all have an amazing day. Make sure you all stay healthy, stay great, drink your water, have an amazing day. Peace.